My name is Dr. Amy Bazilo. I am from Canada and I have been here in the Middle East for 22 years. I moved from Saudi, so I had been in Saudi for 10 years, and then I moved over here with my daughters, and my first husband passed away in 2004. So when I first came to Bahrain, I was by myself with my children, and everyone was wonderful. They helped us look for the suitable areas to live and the schools, and they were very open, very welcoming, telling us which areas were good. And my children liked shawarmas and they like Arabic food, so they told them the best places to go, and it was really wonderful. When I came to Bahrain, I am a chiropractor, and my background is working in physical medicine and rehabilitation. So I worked in a big hospital in Saudi, and when I came here, I set up a clinic here. It's the first rehabilitation center integrated in Bahrain, and from 2013 to now, we've grown from 4 people to 32 people. And we have many different disciplines within rehabilitation. We've won awards for Best Integrated Care Facility in the Middle East. And last year, actually the beginning of this year, we became the first rehabilitation center in Bahrain to be accredited by NAHRA, and we got a high platinum award. When you arrive here as an expat, there are large expat groups and communities on Facebook who you can reach out to, and they have tips and things like that. But also the Bahrainis that you meet are very happy to help you. If you're lost, many years ago when I first came to Bahrain in 2002 and 2003, there was no Google Maps, so I got lost a lot. And everyone was really open and helpful. If you ask them any questions about any area in Bahrain, the Bahrainis are happy to help you and show you around. They'll even take you and show you to places. I've been invited into people's homes for dinner and tea. My children still keep in touch with their Bahraini friends from school, and they're all over the world, and they all keep in touch. And so it's a special place. It's really a special place. Well, of course, it's the land of 2 seas, so we spend a lot of time in the desert as well as on the water. So things like going out to Jarada for the weekend and going boating. Also, years ago, I was the doctor for Anki Brandt, and she was trying to kite surf and a Guinness World Records from Bahrain all the way to Oman, but we only got as far as Qatar because of a storm. So I love the water here, and in the winter time, of course, we spend a lot of time in the desert, taking the dogs out for walks and just walking in the desert. And I love the fort, Kulat Al Bahrain, as well as Rifa Fort. There's a lot of history here. The Pearling Path, when my father comes in the winter, each winter we explore somewhere a little bit different. My favorite thing about Bahraini culture is, for me, it's the best place in the Gulf because Bahraini people are very open and to all cultures. And I have a lot of Bahraini friends, I have a lot of Arab friends, and the food and the hospitality, and this is my favorite, just sitting and chatting, and it's what I like the most. Here in Bahrain, I belong to the Bahrain British Business Association, as well as the Canadians in Bahrain, and I also do work with the Prime Minister's labor camps and these types of things, so giving back to less fortunate in the community. And we also do a lot of charity work with the Royal Charity. One of my favorite things about Bahrain, and one of the things that a lot of people who come here are very surprised about, is the number of religions that we have here in Bahrain, from Judaism to Hinduism, Sikh, Christian, and also I'm sure there are other religions that I'm missing as well, but it's a very tolerant culture. People can practice, and it's a live and let live society where you can be comfortable being who you are, and you can have friends from many walks of life, and everyone sort of parks those things at the door, and it's about humanity, it's about people, it's about connecting with people and just enjoying your time here. So my interest in sport started when I was a child. I was a competitive gymnast. I competed at a high level, and I also competed in whitewater kayaking, baseball, and other sports growing up. And the reason that I went to chiropractic school at Palmer West in San Jose, California, is specifically for the sports medicine program. Because as we were studying, we were able to take what we learned and apply it directly into the sports field. So when I was there, I worked with ice hockey and Major League Baseball, NHL, and a lot of rugby, and that's where my change in favorite sport came from. I really was into hockey when I was younger, and then as I spent more time working with rugby, that became one of my favorite sports. And so it's a passion of mine to be able to pass on my experience to the Bahraini staff that I have who are interested in working in sports medicine. It's fulfilling for me to be able to see them develop and grow and work through challenges in working in sports medicine. Supporting healthy living, that's sort of my, what do I call that? That's part of my DNA. I grew up very healthy, and I went to university to study chiropractic, which is a holistic style of medicine that looks at you as a whole. It doesn't just look at your pain, it looks at your diet, your sleep, the amount of water you drink, how much stress you have in your life. So my patients that come in, we talk to them a lot about that and how your activities of daily living and your lifestyle affect your overall health. So if you make poor choices in your lifestyle, then you're more likely to have chronic diseases or chronic musculoskeletal pain. So education is a big thing for us in the clinic, teaching people what they can do to help themselves not only heal, but live an active, healthy, and pain-free lifestyle. One of the achievements in the clinic and one of our long-term strategies and goals at In Touch Clinic is to support Bahraini females. So my company has, as I said, 32 people, and it's 85% female, and most of those females are from Bahrain, and they are in reception and physical therapists, and especially the females who want to work in sports medicine. So they go on a 1 to 2 year training program with us to train in sports rehabilitation, both in the clinic and when we are on the field. So sports like rugby, I'm the medical director at the rugby club for many years here in Bahrain. So they have the opportunity to work in rugby, football, Gaelic football, netball, cricket, and triathlon. So they get to see, as well as boxing, so they get to see a lot of very bloody injuries and then minor injuries as well. And then they take that patient, they see them on the field, how they get injured. They speak with the surgeons, where we work very closely with orthopedic surgeons on the island. And then they take those athletes in the clinic and rehabilitate them and return them to sport. And in that, one of the things that we're doing, a goal of ours this year, is we are going to become the first concussion certified clinic in the Gulf. So any athletes who have head trauma from contact sport, we will be certified and work with them to return them to work, to sport, and to daily activities, and how to manage concussive syndromes. Usually in the winter, I take the dogs for a walk. I do a lot of paddle boarding. I sit in the garden and try to get some sunlight and fresh air before I go to work. In the summer, I spend a lot of time in the water. I do my exercise in the pool and then do a lot of swimming in the sea. That's my favorite things to do. From a professional level, I currently have many plates spinning. So I work right now with the World Health Organization and the World Chiropractic Federation. I'm the Eastern Mediterranean and Middle Eastern representative. So we're looking at programs for public health and rehabilitation and lowering the burden of health of musculoskeletal complaints in the workforce and the general population. I also am the representative for the Eastern Mediterranean and Middle Eastern for the International Sports Chiropractic Federation, so working on strengthening the role of chiropractic here in the Middle East in the terms of sports medicine. From a personal level, I want to spend a little bit more time doing things for myself. I've spent a lot of years giving to my staff, giving to the community, giving to everyone, and I would like to spend a little more time just investing in my own health and my own time to grow. I'm Canadian and our flag is red and white, and Bahrain is also a red and white flag, so it feels like this is my second home. The desert is something that is a very special place and it draws me to it. I really enjoy being here, and for me this is my home. I've been here now 22 years and I can't imagine leaving.
I know Dr. Amy, she's my next door neighbour. I've known Dr. Amy for about 8 years now. And I know her from being a neighbour, and also because my husband and my son both play rugby at the Bahrain Rugby Football Club. And unfortunately, they both had some injuries in the past, so Dr. Amy's fixed them up. And she's a lovely lady, and yeah, we're very good friends. We get together at the weekends, and we sit and have nice food and chats. So that's how I know Dr. Amy. When we get together, we talk about things that we've done in Bahrain, where we've been, if we've been somewhere, and oh, okay, where's that? And we'll, talk in that respect, and vice versa. And that's how we've kind of explored Bahrain together. Times when we've been out, at the rugby club, and when we won the West Asia Cup, and that was amazing, and just the celebrations and it was amazing. Times that we've had here at the home, and we've had barbecues and I find that Amy invites lots of people over, and we've met lots of people through barbecues really, and getting together at the weekends, and that then has made new friendships in that we've been with her. Yeah. That's it really, and rugby mainly. It's like the fact through rugby, and the fact that we're neighbours and we get together at the weekends. So she's a very, very kind person. She'll do anything for you. When my son Joseph was injured, she came over late at night after he'd come back from the hospital and his ankle was really bad, and she came and strapped him up and gave him some medicine, and in her own time. Quite late at night. She didn't have to do that. She's very caring. She'll do anything for you. She's also a very, very good cook. She makes the most amazing salads. So that, I think cooking is her passion, and getting people together of all different people, and just having some nice drinks and some food. And she's just a very kind person that would do anything for you. Ever since I've been here, the Bahraini people are very, very kind. We'd not been here very long on the island at all, and I was getting my driving licence changed over to get my Bahraini licence, and I've gone to the wrong place, so I asked a policeman how to get where I needed to go to get this job done, and he actually got into the car and came with me to show me where to go, and he was putting his police hat on, the kids in the back seat, and that was like 2 weeks into being in Bahrain, and I just think the people here are very loving, very caring. They've made us feel it's home. I feel like Bahrain is home. I just find life here so easy, and for my children, Joseph, he's 16 now, and Holly, my daughter, she's 23. Holly works as a teacher in Rifa. She teaches nursery children, and I just find everybody just very open, very, very loving, I just feel at home, and they've been great with them. And Joe will go into the village here where we live, and he'll talk with the locals and sit and have coffee, a carrot tea, and I just feel very at home. I don't feel scared for them at all whenever they go out anywhere and they meet new people, and that's the way I think life should be. Well, for me, that's never left. Before I came to Bahrain, I've only ever lived in England, and for me, moving to Bahrain was quite a really big move at the time. It was huge, and I've learnt that the world is a big place, and there's lots and lots of people from all different walks of life, and I've met people from all over the world, all different nationalities, and I just think it's interesting, and everyone brings something to the table, something different and something new, and that's, for me, that's interesting, and it's nice that you could get everybody together and learn different things about the world. For me, that's a big thing.